Audio.
Yep.
It's bugging. Lovely.
Just double check the audio is going on the stream.
It should be. I've
There it is.
clicked it. Yeah,
Cool.
there we go.
Perfect. Cool. Right. So, welcome one and all to round 4 for Tier 2 in League of South Africa. We are here at Imola. A race we did not get in real life, but we're hopefully going to get some on-track action today. Although, given the servers on this game, you can never be certain that we are going to get it. I am BQ Jules. I am joined today with a commentary partner, Harry. Welcome to Tier 2.
Hello. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I usually hear my voice on Tier 1, not Tier 2, but I thought I've got nothing else to do this weekend. Let me just commentate Tier 2 as well. Plus, Imola is my favourite track, so I know all the names.
They couldn't trust me to do it alone anymore.
No, I was just like, I'm not busy.
No, it's good to have you on board. Now we've had some fun races in the 2 of the 3 that we've had streamed for Tier 2. We missed round 2, but yes, we've had some thoroughly entertaining races. Chaotic, most certainly, in that safety cars have caused multiple moments of chaos with arguably our fastest driver in here, the Haas of Loren 98. He comfortably has been the best driver in the field, but is yet to win a race because he keeps getting done over by poor timings and other incidents. So he'll be gone.
I was about to say, Lauren's last game was in Tier 1 and was like always best of the rest, never got a podium, never got a win, but always ended up like 4th, 5th, 6th that bracket. So
Yeah.
How he's in Tier 2, I wouldn't know. He's probably just suffering the same as me this game. I just can't find any pace, maybe.
Yeah, well, he definitely had pace of some kind. Let's say round 1 in Bahrain, he was comfortably leading, and then a late safety car came out just as he passed the pit entry, so he couldn't change his tyres, and the guy behind him was able to get fresh softs on, and that meant that he was caught on the very last lap, literally about 3 corners to go. He was overtaken, a race that he'd led the entire way.
That's painful.
Yep, and then Miami last week, he did very, very well. Again, comfortably in control. Then went to pit under safety car that put him in a bit of traffic and that, and then just got caught up in incidents as he was trying to overtake some of the slower guys. Lost his wing, ended up even further back. Recovered well to P6, I believe. And yes, so based on pure pace, he absolutely should have a win by now, but is yet to take one. As we see, there was a Ferrari there off track at the start of his one, riding on board with
Tamburella chicane.
Yeah, so I need to get the mini map up so people can see where people are on their laps.
Lawrence is on a fast one. I believe Quagger's teammate is on an out lap, but is ahead of him. Quagger is on a.
Quagger has just ported. Yeah, he's about to port his lap, so we will go on board with the man we've been talking about, Lorenz. He'll be certainly hoping to finally get that race. I believe he is still our championship leader despite the lack of a win.
And he's invalidated for Minerale, so he's going to have to back off now. So, not ideal for Lawrence.
I'm with you in that I love Imola as a track, but that is the one section where it's very, very easy to invalidate, even for the best drivers in this race.
That and Piratella are the two corner sequences that I find easiest to invalidate. Also Ravazza, it's very easy to run wide on the exit. Yes. But Lawrence will get a second chance at it then, as he starts his second lap.
I believe our first time is going to be set here by Andres in the Alfa Romeo. There he goes, 1:16.9 to start us off.
Good little lap that, because that would have put him top 10 in Tier 1. So, not bad from Andres. Swayster, definitely not a competitive lap.
I really hope not.
With that. When I was looking at the stats before the race, Swayster's won a race, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, Swayster won last week. Yeah, again, a race
good.
that he seemed not necessarily to be in the running, but then was able to capitalise on the chaos, and the last few laps took control and got the win around Miami.
The Zodiac running third. He was also in Tier 1 last season, and he got a win actually at Zandvoort, and that was quite memorable. It was probably the race of the season actually. And you think at Zandvoort, you wouldn't really get it, but the Zodiac just seized every opportunity given to him. Bit like Gasly at Monza. It just kind of all went his way.
Yeah, well, he is second in the championship for us right now. Currently 7 points behind Lorenz with 57 points.
He had a bit of a wobble on the exit of Tosa, but.
And whilst about Zodiac, Rizzo, race winner in round 2, one race that wasn't streamed. But he has gone fastest with a 1:15.6. So a very, very strong time from the Red Bull.
So Lawrence comes in then on his lap, so he hasn't got a time. Obviously, his first one got invalidated at Imola.
Yes, I imagine
his teammate is running through Piratella right now. But
yeah,
next across the line will
will
be a Ferrari.
Ferrari would be the one of Wago, I believe, setting an actual lap time.
It's Flea Doctor.
Oh, no, it's Flea Doctor. Flea Doctor, nice lap from Flea Doctor.
Next up then, I think will be Louis in the Alpine. Who in real life haven't gone well lately, has to be said.
Well, no, a bit of drama for Alpine this week.
Master
he is
now
fastest.
leaving.
Yup. But Louis is fastest in the middle sector.
Yeah, one thing good about this game is that sector thing isn't broken anymore. So yeah, it's an actual purple. And number 46, I think he's running today, or is it 43? I can't really tell.
As a 46. You're right.
46.
Oh, Quagga has binned it. There's an AlphaTauri going through. Can you find what's happened there?
That'll be Uppity. No, it'll be the Zodiac.
He's just spun it on the corner. He's just spun it on the corner going up the hill and found himself in the wall. So that'll be Quagga's race. Well, qualifying over. Almost certainly will end up last if everyone does set a lap time.
So only for that lap then. Lucky Terra, Artigaro, the Lawrence, as we've mentioned, and Ultra Gamer. Both fastest at the back as it stands, 15th and 16th. But Lawrence will be wanting to rectify that.
Yeah, he's gone straight back out, no surprise. Just get that fuel back on board. Maybe change tyres, there we go. I see Revolution got the Arc fan club. Arc is the fan favourite in Tier 2. He has got the Twitch stream is very much behind Arc. A race winner in round 1. Didn't have a great race last time out, but
Skeksis has gone on the exit of Ravatsa.
I believe, yeah, he's gone on the far left hand side.
That's 2 we've lost then through just spinning, not even an instant another drive, which you see in qualifying, but not as much at the moment. So Lauren's on a lap then through the Tamburello chicane. It looked fairly hooked up through there, but now the Villeneuve chicane. This is a very awkward set of corners, and he does well to not lose the rear end, and he goes purple in the first sector. Now on the run down to Piratella, fast left-hander. This is rain validated last time. He keeps it hooked up to there. Now like Minerale. Takes it a little bit more caution and keeps
bit of a
it
drift
in
there.
the lines. So, Lauren's looking okay here. He goes purple in the middle sector, so Rizzo's 15.6 is the time to beat right now. And Lauren's looking like he can come close to that, or maybe even surpass it on the run down to Ravatsa. Just make sure you keep it valid through here. It's so easy to invalidate on the exit of both sections, and he's very close actually to invalidating. He looked like he had a bit of understeer, but Lauren's to a line then, and he does go second fastest.
Wow, that little drift in the second sector just about seems to have cost him provisional pole. But still a very, very strong lap. And Rizzo is definitely a man. One of the guys that is going to have to fight with Lorenz for the championship this season.
Third.
Just behind. 0.02 off. These three have been probably the fastest 3 over the first 3 rounds here in Tier 2. And to say Rizzo is a race winner, Ark is a race winner, Lorenz probably should be by now.
Got a big battle for pole then, with Rizzo, Lorenz and Vigaro. So I'm intrigued to see how that unfolds. Obviously, don't count Andrew's out, who's just gone up to 4th. So
yep.
It's very interesting here. So 7, 8 different cars in the top 8.
One touch here will be Ultra, another man who has had very, very good pace so far this season, but just doesn't have the consistency so far over the entire race distance, makes silly mistakes that cost him, but definitely on one lap has got pace. They see there another man into the 15s. 5 drivers in 15s, this is the closest we've had a qualifying session so far in Tier 2.
Last cartoon isn't even that far off in the McLaren. Yeah. So anyone in the top 6 of the stand is in with a fight for pole. I don't think Rizzo's done his second run yet, so maybe he's actually going slowly on the grass on the exit of the Villeneuve chicane, and he's pulled up. And he's just letting them through, but he was fully stationary, and that's confused me a bit. But usually I would see people go fully stationary and letting people through. But do what you do, just don't hinder people's laps. Jork is up on his lap time though, going into the Variante Alta. He was 4 times up, but now he's 2 times up, so he must have made a mistake somewhere in that middle sector. Currently with 14.
Zodiac Ted Line currently P9, improves by 6 tenths to go P7.
Oh, that Alfa Romeo was a bit in the way there on Ravazza. Jork has a bit of a snapper coming out the final corner, and he does improve by 3 tenths, which puts him 6 tenths back from Laser in 13th. So Jork needing to find some pace.
Until he's on board with Rizzo's just about to start his lap, so we'll ride on board with our man currently on provisional pole. Holds it by 1 tenth.
I'm interested to see what line he takes through Tamburello chicane. It looked very close to every single apex there. So he seems to have that section of corner hooked up a lot more than the others.
Hadn't even clocked Harsh Cartoon, very much staking his claim in that, moving up into P2, going ahead of Lorenz by 1/1000. So look at that, 2nd, 3rd and 4th separated by 3 1,000s at the moment. Or 300s, my body. 300s.
If it was 3,000s, that would have been very impressive. But Rizzo, 3.5 tenths up then, going into the Variante Alta, and he'll be looking to try and extend his gap at the front. He's already gone quicker than my time trial time, so always good omens. Well, it's that impressive. I think only 2 haven't, but I'm accepting with that. Through the final corner then for Rizzo in the Red Bull. He's going to get a bit of a tow from the Alfa Romeo, and he's going to improve his time. It's 15.
Wow, half a second faster. That is well, he already had the provisional pole, but now he has put his flag in the ground and said, "Catch me if you can." The rest of the field have got some big improvements to make to try and catch the man on provisional pole, channeling his inner Max Verstappen.
Yeah, it was 8 tenths today in real life. Like, that annoyed me because he really got knocked out in Q2.
He's a joke. I say this as a Verstappen fan. He's a joke. This season it's becoming silly.
Yeah. I'm a Gasly fan, so I'm not having a great one at the moment.
No, not the best season. So yes, that's because I think in this recent wave of young drivers coming through, Ocon is the most overrated of the lot. There's my hot take for the stream. I don't think Ocon is
I'm going to interrupt. Remember, it's only Bernie goes purple in the middle sector. So into Ravazza then. Can he improve his lap time? He had a bit of a snapper there, and then he's going to lose a little bit of time, maybe a couple of tenths in Ravazza there. Oh, it's just ruined his lap really. That last corner.
Yeah, he does go up into P10 for now.
Whoa, that was close. The AlphaTauri and Bernie on the exit.
Lays it in the Alpine, comes to the line, currently in P13. It's going to improve here and does get up to P10. Joins his teammates by 5/1000ths.
There's a couple of groups here. The top 6 covered by 8/10ths. Then there's a bit of a gap to the Zodiac, and with him all the way down to 10th, only covered by 6/10ths. So interesting dynamic we've got in qualifying, as not long ago there's a yellow flag in sector 1. I think one of the Alpines went off at Tosa.
Yes, Louis took himself off.
And there's yellow flags at Tamburello, although passing slow Ferrari, so that's Flea Doctor.
I believe he's out of fuel.
See, that's odd, because it's right at the start of the lap. It's not even like he's halfway round.
He just finished a lap. So I'm not quite sure how. He must have really underfueled.
So it's going to be a while for him to get. He might not get another run in this session, you know. So that could be it for Ferrari. People who are on, I don't think anyone's on a run. Louis is.
Swister is currently on a run at the moment. He's 3.5 up. So that would take him into the top 6 at the moment if he maintains that.
So he's raced a few times in Tier 1 last week, basically nearly every race in Tier 1 last year. Didn't have the pace compared to them, so maybe the drop down is good for him. He
does improve
second.
Up, goes second. He found half a second in that final sector.
1,000th ahead of Harsh Cartoon in the McLaren. So that fight for, I think it's front row now, not necessarily pole position, but who lines up alongside Rizzo is the battle to look at here.
Yeah, incredibly close, all the way from 2nd down to 7th.
Louis invalidated his lap, although he was like 200s down when I looked at him in sector 1, so he must have gone off somewhere, probably Aquam in a rally. That's catching a few drivers out. Andries to the line, just to start a lap.
Harsh has not come back out, and he's not going to be able to come out and get to the flag now, so that's his qualifying done. Must be saving tyres for the race. But we will not be seeing...
won't get another run either.
No, he'll be done. So 2nd and 3rd currently done.
So Lawrence and Art Figaro, over to you then. See if you can get yourself up onto the front row, or even challenge Rizzo. So that would have to be a very special lap.
Well, Rizzo has come out again as well, so you know they might be able to catch him. He could just pull away even more.
Andries has gone purple in the first sector, but he's gone wide at Piratella, but he lost time, so he doesn't invalidate his lap. So Andries breathing a sigh of relief because he can keep going, but that corner's just not ideal for him. He
still
takes the purple in the middle. So this looks like he can go to the front row then for Andries, because he has a good final couple of corners in Ravazza. And it looks fairly okay. He rode a little bit too much curve there, I have to say. And he's fine on the exit, not exceeding track limits. Ash Cartoon is done, like you said. Andries up to the front row.
Immediately overtaken over by Altras, watching him behind. Was definitely catching. So, Lorenz will be the next to the line. He is 2 turns up, doesn't look to be enough to challenge for pole position. But to the line, Lorenz does take P2. Right, over to you, Art.
Watch out for Swayster, he's up on his lap time.
I see, he did manage to get around again, which must mean that the time that he set was on high fuel load.
He's gone purple in the middle sector as Swayster, 1.5 tenths up on his lap time. So maybe that middle sector thing is broken, but we just haven't noticed it. So if he keeps improving here,
apparently.
Could be up into the front row. This would be pretty impressive from Swayster if he gets this. But he runs wide, but he keeps it fine. And is he going to run wide again? No, he's not. And to the line for Swayster, can he improve up to the front row? He only saves 50, actually lost load through Ravazza.
Arc! Oh, wow! Arc goes within 300ths of Rizzo, who then sets the bar even more. Okay, Redwood. Okay, Verstappen. Okay.
Drop to the line then, improves by 11 thousandths. And that's him done. He'll start 14th. Bernie is up on his lap time, 1.5 tenths up through the middle sector. The AlphaTauri gets out of the way nicely. Or I think it was an AlphaTauri. It was. Into Ravazza for Ernie Bernie.
Gonna get a low time there, much better than the last lap. Last let's break through it away last time. Goes to the line. Ernie Bernie gets top P10.
So Gekka's done, and so is Andries. So Rizzo takes pole.
Yes, so there we have it.
In dominant fashion.
Yes, very much. Taking the trademark off the Red Bull, dominates his way to pole position. Arc thought he closed in, but then the goalpost moved once again by Rizzo. So, there we have it. We'll go through the starting grid once we get to the next screen, once everyone has finished their laps. And the session is over. So, of course, we'll have our usual 5-minute break before the race starts.
And there's no formation lap because of a bug, so watch out, essentially.
Who are we waiting to? Is it just Andries getting himself in the pits? Yeah.
It's Andries.
The track here in Imola is nestled in the heart of the Emilia-Romagna region and not too far from here.
There we go. So it is Rizzo on pole position. The 1:14.8. No one could challenge the Red Bull in that session. 3 attempts back to P2 alone as Arc and Mercedes in P2. Lorenz, our championship leader, in P3 in the Haas, joined by his teammate for all Haas second row in Ultra. Andries in P5, winner last time out Swister in P6, Harsh in P7, Zodiac in P8, Louis in P9, Laser separates the Alpines in P10, so it'd be Laser in P11, Fleet Doctor in P12, Skegsy in P13, York in P14, Uppity in P15, and Quagga, who had that crash earlier in the session, did not set a competitive time and is going to be starting from the back of the grid.
Yeah, so realistically 3.5 seconds to cover the grid, which is quite a gap. I think tier 1 was about 1.5, but different ranges of skills. So if someone from the back goes and performs really well and gets a magical result, it will be the much more sweeter. So hopefully have a good race. Imola could throw up some weather as well. So
yes, well, we need to see if Rizzo can convert this dominant qualifying performance. Winner in race 2, but crashes in race 1 and race 3. So he certainly has the pace, but he needs to keep that car on the track if he wants to get the points.
So you're telling me Rizzo's the Franz of tier 2?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, last season Franz crashed a lot in tier 1. And it became a running joke. It was like, when will Franz be at this time? And it got later on in the races, but
it was a blessing when me and him used to race together in EFR. That the only reason I basically won that championship was because Franz kept binning it in the first half of the season. Because the second half of the season, no one could touch him. He was so much faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
So if he hadn't crashed it all the time in the first in the first half of the season, he would have absolutely smashed it.
EFR's unfortunately died, which is quite sad.
Yeah, it's a sad to see EFR go.
But I can say I was the last person to finish on the podium, one of the last 3. So take what I can get. I was in the league since the start of season 1. I've had like 25 podiums and haven't had a single win. So I don't know who that'd be like in real life, but
Well, I remember it was the back end of F1 21. It was Dwayne joked that whenever you were on the podium, I was on the podium. It was we.
Oh yeah.
If one of us was there, the other was there. We were never there alone.
And I think we crashed, and then none of us. I think we was fighting for a win or something, and then we crashed, and then that just kind of spoiled it all.
And then I ran away. I was done with it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was the only reason I didn't play F1 22. I was like, that Harry kid will just ruin my life.
I'm not losing another race win to someone from Somerset. Ugh. What a league that was, but shame's no more. It's merged. Well, it merged, but I didn't
Yeah.
join it. So
No, I haven't joined. Is it FTR they've got it's called?
yeah, I'm just happy it's still alive in some sort of way.
Yeah. Well, but
Still, please waiting.
yeah, I'm still sitting on the back screen, so I don't know if something has happened to the lobby. So let's check if everything's okay in the.
Or is it too many servers? God, where actually is it?
It is the joys of an EA game is you can never ever trust anything to flipping work.
Yeah,
There will
they're
always be
so
something.
easy problems to fix as well.
Okay, so they are all on the grid, so it might be that we need to back out. Both need to back out and rejoin. Although,
Well, that's fun. I've backed out and
yeah,
it's
I'll
there.
rebuild. I'll yes, I believe Louis is in, so I'll be able to
I recently played with
jump
so
back in.
well. I haven't been in a game with anyone lately, apparently. Nice.
Yeah, I'll join off of Laser, and then you can join off me.
Alright, cool.
Right, let's see if this loads back up properly.
Right. It'd be very
Something's bound
unfortunate.
to happen. I've been disconnected in both Bahrain and Miami at some point during the race, so something will always happen. There we go. Yeah, I'm in properly.
Let's see if it works for me. Right, in the lobby.
Welcome to the stream, Franz. Good to see you. We weren't bad mouthing you earlier, promise. Don't go back and look.
Nah, not at all. It was actually bad mouthing Rizzo, which is poor from us. You did go and get pole. But you're used to bad mouthing, if that makes any sense.
That might be the worst attempted innuendo I've ever heard in my life.
It was quite funny yesterday, before Tier 1 stream, you put in commentators lounge about, oh, can you like improve my reputation? Because we've slagged him off
No, Franz.
every single stream. It's just,
Learn your place, Franz.
what a reputation. Come on, man, you didn't even win yesterday. Yes, you won on track, but not penalties. Yes, you may have got fucked over by the safety car being a safety car, but it defeats the point. It doesn't defeat the point that you didn't win. Although you still might win because of the countback or whatever. Oh well. No.
Excellent. Well, we have had the Let's Go signals. We will see the red lights shortly.
Looking in the race director, one has decided to go soft, so that's Harsh Cartoon on the McLaren. need to find the game. What game was it where I was at Gillingham? Hey, 5 lights.
But here we
then.
go. We're on board. Rizzo on pole position. With Ark behind him, and we are underway. And Ark has got a jump start, and so half the grid there have got jump starts.
What the hell?
Lorenz is there. Ark is in AI. Rizzo says fucking P3. That is a whoa. That is going to be something to work out what's happened there at the start.
And there's contact. Willie Alpha and Mayo is going slowly. So I'm really confused. So is Rizzo just given the win?
Yeah, well, Lorenz, Ark and Andres all got drive-through there at the start. 3 people getting drive-throughs. Ark is in AI.
Bernie to
Andres is going very slowly. Well, that is one hell of a way to start a race.
I couldn't really see what's happening because I had the spectator mode thing come up on my screen and it just blocked everything, and I just see Lawrence going to lead with a penalty. So that confuses me. Harsh Cartoon back up to 7th place to get 10 of Andres. Harsh Cartoon went on the mediums in the end, so he ditched the soft side here late on. Probably heard us mention it and then realised he was the only one. But to the inside, later on, Flea Doctor, nearly he goes really wide through Morale, very the Alster, and he loses out to Jork and Quagga, as both Ferraris, Ark Vergara has left the session, as Lawrence into the pit to serve the drive-through.
So yeah, there'll be Ark trying to reconnect, hopefully get himself back on race, but maybe he doesn't need to reconnect, his AI car is doing it for himself. At the back we have Zodiac going past Skeggsy. Of course, Skeggsy in his first race as a full-time driver here in LSA, being given the Red Bull seat replacing Virus.
Down the inside goes the Zodiac, and he shows Skeggsy the door through the Tamburella chicane. Zodiac is up to 12th, and he's now going to try and chase after his teammate. So, a weird start to the race then. Jork found himself
very
up to 9th.
close start now. I was bouncing up and down that type of mission, how much everyone is. But we will ride on board with Rizzo at the moment, who's chasing down the AI of Ark, and I think he's going to get him here, straight through the ghosted car, of course, no trouble at all. And our pole sitter reclaims the lead of the race.
Made that look so easy, just drove straight through him.
It's almost like he wasn't there. Oh, and Swister has gone off here, Swister's gone off track, looking to make a move on Ultra, and he's now going to drop down to P5, and Harsh on the back of him now as well. So we've already got some big gaps opening up across the grid.
One thing to mention, this is probably one of the worst tracks to have a drive-through. It's one of the longest pit lanes on the calendar. I think it's a 26-second loss normally on a pit stop here, but a drive-through, it's not great as Laser runs wide for Morale, as Quagga's into the pits very early. He's changed his front wing. So, he must have an instance somewhere.
Harsh looking to go up the inside of Louis there, backs out at the last second. You go around the outside here, round the hairpin. Medium versus hard tyres, gets the foot down, McLaren. Really get past up into P4, they can go battling all the way up the hill.
Not through Piratella.
Careful each other here, lads.
And
no,
that thing goes off.
And Ark is out. Ark is out. What has happened to Ark?
Harsh Cartoon will have to give that place back to Louis because he took the position off the racetrack. So I think Louis will be quite annoyed at that. So
Ark has just retired the car.
What is he? Is he like still driving?
No, well the car's just pulled over to the side of the road. It was driving for a bit. It's just pulled over. So Ark is out of this race. The man who started from second got a drive through early on and was disconnected from the lobby, and now he's he's been retired by his AI. So he's going to rejoin now. Finally, he has no car to race.
I'm just seeing what it says in the driver lounge. He is typing.
Yeah, if you can keep an eye on that.
But out front, Rizzo 3 seconds ahead of Ultra Gamer. So I see he's made a mistake and he's still running third, which just shows how chaotic this start of the race has been.
Well, the gaps are massive already. See, only 2-3 gaps really under a second.
One is Ernie Burney on the back of York. So the Alfa Romeo will want to get past the Aston Martin. Yeah,
Ernie showed some good places at points during qualifying and that, but made a few mistakes here and there, so could definitely be a contender for some good points this week.
yeah, Alex Garage asking for a rehost, which is fair enough. It wasn't his fault.
Well, yeah, it makes me think as well, to have 2 of our front 5 get drive-throughs seems very peculiar as well.
Yeah.
When we haven't had a single drive-through penalty so far this season. So, have none all season and 3 at once.
Yeah, so this race
one of those men was
stagnation.
Lorenz, championship leader. Going to try and. This is one thing that I've noticed Lorenz has done. That every race so far is he's gone for the hard medium combination every race so far. When most of the field goes for medium hards, so he does like to go longer in the races. He'll definitely be someone to watch, especially in the latter stages of the races. He has the pace. He'll have the tyre advantage. Maybe that drive-through's going to have done him over in terms of a race win again. But we'll definitely not be surprised to see him get himself back up. I reckon.
Get his flags. That is a Ferrari round. That is Quagga.
Quagga.
So not having a good day, is he? To put it blunt. But one thing that Andy said, that lap time where he spun was faster than his qualifying time. So something to take away.
He actually completed a lap this time.
Yeah, it was 4 laps. Sorry. Yeah, he's put 4 laps. Well, he did have to box to change a wing, but
he's got himself right on the back of York, got himself down to 410 to have DRS down the pit straight. I reckon we can see a move here from the Alfa Romeo.
No, he's got his ram wide there though, so it's not the best of exits for anybody. York will hold on for another day maybe, but the straight line speed on that Alfa Romeo is a little bit superior to the Aston Martin of York, as
he comes flying. Oh, he's gone for. Oh, he's got off track. He'll. Yep, he has the position straight back. Maybe not the smartest place to hand it back. Yep, so he's already had 3 track limits. And he hands the position straight back, and the gap is now up to 1.5 seconds. So the one battle we did have is immediately over.
Flea Doctor versus Louis was a little battle. Flea Doctor.
Yeah, I just got Flea Doctor. He's snuck himself up to P5, having a nice little race in the Ferrari. This very much feels like it's going to be a race of, if you can avoid the chaos, you'll be a contender.
Well, that's why
Some
twice
very good points.
into 3rd place. As Laser gets a 3-second time penalty with track limit violations.
It's our 3rd track limits penalty in the first 6 laps.
So I think Andrews is going well at the back. He's not had the best of starts of the race, but he has gone and set the fastest lap of the race. So running clear air is clearly working out for the Alfa Romeo driver.
Well, Ernie's gone from attacking, and Ernie's in the pits. Ernie has pitted.
I reckon.
So I wonder if he got clipped
from fighting York. Yeah.
So well, the one battle I thought we were about to have was Zodiac attacking, and then that has also gone. So
yep, we've in this race I've seen more front wing changes than the entirety of Tier 1 so far. So that's pretty funny.
And there goes another 3-second time penalty. This time for Andres. I thought, guys, you can have all the pace you want in the world. If you can't keep it clean, you're not going to do well.
This race has kind of turned into a glorified 5 lap. Like, it's just kind of all over the place, but nowhere at the same time.
Yeah, like, I don't really know. I'm bouncing around trying to find out who to go on board with, because no one's really battling. When we do get a battle, it lasts for 1 corner and it was over.
The Zodiac is closing in on Jork on worst tyres. So there might be an opportunity next lap for Zodiac to seize an opportunity and take P7. I know
certainly bringing that gap down, that, and those hard tyres will have warmed up properly now and start being at their peak performance.
It all depends how much they touch the curves. Using the curves is quicker in driving the lap, but in terms of tyre wear, it's not the best. more time to use curves. Like real life, the more they wear, which is a great feature for this game. Same with if you can touch the wall, or you go wheel to wheel fighting. Your tyres will wear a lot more than just driving in clear air and avoiding curbs. So,
I think we're certainly going to see an attack here from Laser. Ernie had an awful run through the chicane.
Zodiac running outside the Tosa. Sorry to interrupt. As Jork defends as well, but the Zodiac will have to try and fight that one later on in the lap.
I think I go 3 wide here into turn 1. It's the and Laser has to let off before going straight into the back of Ernie. As they both go around the outside of Upper T, I think he decided to let them both go. But that'll be a duel for next lap, Laser versus Ernie. We'll go back on first though with Zodiac and York. I cut away from them just so they went for their last battle, so round 2, we'll get on board with these two.
I think the Zodiac's got to play this safe, not go for any stupid move into a Raptor. He's a bit too far, he's way too far back to make a move there. But get a good exit off the final corner, and then hopefully he'll have the straight line speed to get ahead of the Aston Martin.
Run here.
But don't forget, Jork will defend this.
The T's going to the outside, then stick it up the inside, is he? No, he holds off. Well defended by York, although he's run a bit deep. Going to set him up for another attack into one of the more dangerous corners of the track.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen until the Villeneuve chicane. Just can't find a way
no,
past.
Zodiac's got a bad line there. Yeah, good defending this from York. Making it difficult for the AlphaTauri.
That is just
nowhere really to go.
That's ruining the race of Lawrence as well, because York doing this means 8.5 seconds further up the road is the next car. So when Lawrence inevitably does get past both of these two, it's got a lot of work to do to try and catch up.
I think Zodiac's going to look for a move here into the chicane. He's going to stick up the inside here. Be a brave man to do so. No, again, well defended from York.
He's going to try and get to the exit.
Zodiac's an awful run, which means Lorenz is now on the back of the AlphaTauri. And he's not going to be one to want to sit around and wait.
I hate to say it, but it's kind of poor racecraft there from the Zodiac. He broke a little bit too late for the corner to get a good exit. He should have broke a lot earlier than York, just to guarantee the line. And now he's into the clutches of Lawrence. He's going to go for a move on this straight properly, maybe. But
yeah, Zodiac is Quagga's round.
That's a
Quagga's round. He will go on board. Virtually, some people might even want to go on board with Rizzo, see if he can get on a sight of what's happened here as we come up the hill. It's the same place that he qualified. They crashed in qualifying, and it is the car had disappeared before we could get there. So we'll never know what happened to him.
I think we might see the Alfa Romeo of... Oh, no, he doesn't box. I was thinking... Oh, because he's on the hard tyre. But I was thinking maybe... Depending on how long this stays out, we might see some of the front 5 box and use the opportunity to go longer in this race on that set of hards. 22 laps is fairly easy to do on them.
Uppity has come in. He's... down back of the grid at the moment and that, but take advantage of the safety car, you never know. So let's go with Rizzo. Is Rizzo going to come in here?
No.
No, Rizzo stays out.
See, if I'm ultra gamer here, I would box.
Try it, you might as well try it. Nope, stays out as well. Twister? No, none of them attempted. Louis, that'd be why the safety car was just ending, but Louis gets a drive through for speeding under the VSC. That is a shame because he's having a really, really good race. But we'll go back to our favourite duel as Zodiac and Lorenz go off the track, clashing with one another. They've kept themselves relatively going, don't get any damage, but Lorenz is going to want to get past here. He's going to be very much a case of get this done, I can't be bothered with it anymore. Looks to go up the inside of the AlphaTauri, he does so, and York maintains P7 for now.
Never mind. I'm going to say he gets slipstream from York from being behind. Yellow flag in sector 2. That is what has happened. Twice has made a mistake earlier on, but I think
we've also got an Alfa Romeo around as well.
And
yeah, be Andrew's back of the grid.
And he's going to get lapped. Ouch, lap 10. Very early.
That is the earliest we've had a lapped car so far. I guess Uppy's also been lapped as well. That's the earliest we've had a lapped car so far in Tier 2. And the one to watch here is Lorenz is almost certainly going to get past the Aston Martin of York here, but that gap has gone just in the 2 laps we said about him being held up. It's gone already from 8.5 to 9.7, so he's going to be busting a gut once he gets past the Aston Martin to try and close that gap. Of course, Louis will have a drive through to serve, so next up for Lorenz after the Aston Martin will be Flea Doctor, who at that point will be
Schweitzer
about
in.
11 seconds up the road, and Schweitzer is in now, not under the...
Oh, P-Doctor's gone.
Oh, Doctor's crashed! Whoa, he's going to get past Flea
Safety
Doctor,
car.
indeed. Safety car, there's him coming in now, yep, York is in. Lorenz again is going to be undone by the timing of a safety car. How has Flea Doctor crashed on the straight there? He's crashed just after the flag. How has he managed to do that? That is beyond impressive.
My guess is
I tell you, the one man-
disconnected. That's my guess.
Possibly the one man that is perfect, as Schweitzer has left the session, so that would be a host migration issue. But the one man that safety car is going to be perfect for is none other than Schweitzer, who had just come into the pits.
Would it be perfect though? Because he was going for an undercut and you'll lose all the advantage you get from it. Because you'll have the top 3 do it.
But he served his, possibly yes, but he did serve his pit stop perfectly as the safety car first came out. So he got the first, essentially the first pit stop under the safety car.
That makes more sense. Skeksis has found himself up into 6th place. Just going to add that.
Dream debut for him so far, and assuming that all of our medium runners are going to box,
Yeah,
find
Richardson.
himself temporarily in the top 3.
Ouch was also in.
And with
Harsh
Louis-
Cartoon, I think, will also come in.
You might know how this works. How is this going to work for Louis? Because this would have been the last lap he needs to serve a drive-through, but you can't serve a drive-through under a
He
safety car.
will have to come in right at the end, or like as it comes in. He'll have to go through the pit lane.
Is that be a...
Yeah,
He comes into the pits now.
yeah. So he'll change his tyres. Yeah, but he can't serve it. So he'll go on for the medium compound, I believe, as he does. But
So where is Lorenz looking? This is going to get ahead of his teammate. Yes, he is. So
remember,
Lorenz
Lorenz has got
currently
to box.
sits. Yes, still in the box, but he currently comes up into P2. But yes, really, really unfortunate timing once again with a safety car.
I actually think Lorenz has pulled a blunder here. I think he should have boxed for the mediums. Yes, they won't make the end, but he can then box into a set of softs right at the end and be very fast. And I think if you went on the mediums,
get onto
you'd be on a
mediums.
fresher compounder tyre, on a better compounder tyre,
Yeah.
and you'd be able to maybe get a decent enough gap to make it work.
Yes. Yeah, try and go for 2-stop. Even you could potentially argue, because Rizzo's going to be on those hard tyres, is get on the softs so you can build up a really strong gap and then get onto the mediums around when you would have normally pitted anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, obviously then he would have found himself, if he had boxed, he'd be back down in P6, P7. So it's a difficult one to gauge when you're in that position when that safety car comes out just at the just a bit too short for you. Like Lorenz would need the safety car to come in 7-8 laps time. But as has been the story of his season so far, it has come out at the worst time for him and the best time for everyone else around him.
Obviously, one thing to take into account, everyone will bunch up. So, apart from Upter and Undries who are lapped, so they're already in the train. So Laser will be the next one to catch up, but he's going very, very slowly. So, has the Aston Martin of York made a mistake there? He just lost a load of time. Maybe.
Could be that he's struggled a few times through that chicane a little bit, but
Right,
yeah, he's going to take it a bit casually at the moment, knowing that he will catch up the back. As Louis comes in again, is Louis going to?
I think he's going to want to try and serve it.
Louis might try something here, or he's going to.
No,
I think he's hoping that because he's gone to the mediums again. I was thinking maybe he was going to try and
see if it glitch, maybe.
go onto the hards and do your driver and try and do the whole race on hards. I don't know, but I think he's just I think it's more that he thought he could serve his drive through, and has just found out he can't.
Yeah, so it just ruins Louis, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
It's one of those things like you can say, part of me wants to say, oh, just don't speed under a VSC, but also we all know how the Delta works on this game. Sometimes it does just completely screw you. So I don't want to kick the man while he's down, because you never know if it was truly his fault or if it was the game being stupid, as is the case.
It's like the whole thing. It has nothing to do with anything to do with racing. It's like when someone's homeless, the incentive thing for those stupid people to say is just buy a house. Like,
oh yes, the classic.
Yeah, like circumstance just ruins a load of stuff. So I've seen Louis race last season. Him and Lawrence are teammates. They're both good drivers. I think Louis just got a bit unstuck there. Just probably really poor timing.
Yeah, he's been done. The VSC is more likely the driver itself is most likely just him being a bit done over. But then whether he was aware that he couldn't serve the drive-through whilst under safety car conditions. And is that Lorenz coming into the pit? No, that is Uppity pitting to get out of the way of our leaders.
That's smart.
That is sensible. I wish there were a few more back markers had that realisation that.
Terra is a minute and 42 seconds behind the next car. So he is.
Yes, he has.
He's out just to try and get used to the game, to get used to the track, to get used to the different tyres, different fuel loads. He's just using it as a chance to do that. So it just didn't make sense for him to hold up cars. So thanks,
and
Uppity.
in every race this season, in every race this season, he has been, the guy that sat at the back of that. But that's all that matters to him is get round, finish the race, and you score points. As we've, top 15 get points in LSA, and we've already had 3 DNFs. So, if we go at that rate, we get another 2 or 3. He'll be in the top 10. And, it's not championship fighting, but it'll definitely earn him some solid points.
It reminds me of Vlad from EFR, who did the exact same thing.
Exactly what I was thinking of. I think Vlad got his first points in EFR in the same race that I won the championship. And I remember he got more congratulations than I did. Yeah. Everyone was so happy for him.
I was commentating that race.
Kind of so was I.
I have a feeling it was Jeddah, I think. I think it was Jeddah.
Oh, so my got his first one, because I won at Portimao.
Ah, fair enough.
But yes, I distinctly remember the love for Vlad when he got his first points.
Anyway.
And Uppity, living that same policy. Just finish the race, you get some points. But yes, safety car lap will be in this lap. Rizzo will lead us away. The perfect race for him so far, and the perfect race continues. Able to get onto those hard tyres and maintain P1, but will Lorenz put up a fight just to make life difficult?
I think he will, because look who's behind him. On the same strat as Rizzo. So if he can hold him up, Ultra Gamer could still be in with a shout of winning this race. Obviously Rizzo is the fastest.
Past leading the constructors, they'll certainly want to play that game. As Rizzo gets us underway, so here we go once again. Green flag running on lap 15 into lap 16. Rizzo leads the way. Lorenz is not likely going to get a fight, as Louis has been disqualified for not serving his drive-through. We said that was what was going to happen. Oh, it just gets bad to worse for the man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Louis, I can't blame the game with that one. It's just really unlucky.
Yeah.
You had to serve it coming into pit whilst it was coming in, unfortunately. So,
well, we didn't have an attack from Lorenz, so I wouldn't be surprised if either on the next straight in that he lets his teammate bite, although his teammate is in AI mode. So
Fernando is faster than you.
Fernando's AI is faster than you.
Yeah, so not team orders, but team orders, and then they got reintroduced in the following
year. As Harsh gets past Skeggsy, Skeggsy actually gets overtaken by 4 cars.
That's your
so
tyres.
So Skeggsy's obviously one wide there. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's gone awful into that chicane as well, so imagine Laser's going to have a run at him here as well. As it goes well for one Red Bull at the front, it's not so well for the other.
Jorka's found himself
again, making his
6th place, by the way. He started 14th.
Hey, he's having a phenomenal race so far. It's a great defending we saw earlier from Zodiac and Lorenz, and is now in the fight. As we said Uppity wasn't going to be in a race. He's having a great little fight with Andres at the back there.
That's all we can ask for.
As Harsh, let's go through the AI of Ultra, and is now himself up into P3, and on those fresher tyres, it'll be him that goes on the attack after Lorenz.
I'm just going to put it. They are both lapped. I'm not tripping, I don't think.
Yeah, they are both laps. Yes, correct.
Cool. 'Cause on my thing, it says that Andres was like just 5 seconds behind Ernie, and I was like,
Well,
I'm
seeing
that's
that he's.
correct.
Well, my time screen is telling me that he's 0.03 behind Ernie, which even on track, no, he's not.
No, for now it tells me that he's 0.034 ahead of him. Actually, it's minus, isn't it?
Oh yes, it's a minus. Yeah. Oh.
Rizzo's got 3 seconds to Lawrence in 1.5 laps, so Rizzo's going to run away with this. Harsh Cartoon, though, he's definitely up to second place battle.
Yeah, well, there'll be no DRS yet, but might not matter. That tyre advantage is going to be so huge. 4-lap old hards, basically 1 lap because it's all on the safety car. DRS will be enabled, obviously not for this lap, but it doesn't matter. As the McLaren sails past,
I think
up
Lawrence
into P2.
is doing the old F2 hope for a safety car strat.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He's tried it before. Tried going deep.
When the safety car comes at the worst time, usually it's Marino Sato who does it, like he did it last year. He was always on the alternate strategy, he was just hoping they can make it work. But safety car always comes out at the worst time for Marino Sato.
Yeah, so I think we're going to see Lorenz here get swallowed up by Swister, either during the lap or definitely on the pit straight. And York as well, up into P5, will suddenly find himself
He's in the
fighting
podium
P4.
Go on, Joe.
What a man! What a man!
He's not far off the podium at all, because, well, he's net P4. Lazy, it's 3. And we're over half distance now, so by the regulations, technically, if it all goes up in the air from here, theoretically, by the F1 regulations, we can award full points. So.
Oh, Swister goes into the back of Lorenz there, slight little love tap. Thankfully, neither of them around, doesn't look any damage.
Slicer gets a 3
and then he gets himself a 3-second penalty as Lorenz comes in.
Jork is going to go for the podium here. So here goes the Aston
Go on,
Martin.
Jork. Go on, Jork. I think he'd be smart not to make a move here because Swiss does have the DRS. Just wait your turn, York. Go for the next lap. Oh, York. No, my man.
No.
Oh, my man. Oh, no. Commentator's curse at its finest.
He went from 14th to 3rd to 8th. Oh, poor guy.
He just didn't have. If you just don't make the move there, wait till the next lap. Swister had DRS.
I don't think he had the intention of making the move actually, watching the onboard.
No,
I think he just everyone does
one
it.
man does find himself in the podiums. Is now Zodiac, of all people, is suddenly up into P3.
Nightmare Ferrari, has to be said. Just noticed both of them are out.
Yep, bad battle for them.
Typical Ferrari. Just gonna put it out there. Although Leclerc's technically on pole on Sunday, so.
Yes, this is one of it's not Verstappen by by default.
Yeah.
So well, I think
he does get awarded the pole position as well. I was reading into it.
Skeggsy has gone round again. He's really struggled in that 3rd sector this race, and that he probably needs to get off those tyres. Andres picked up another 3-second time penalty for track limits. Takes him up to 6.
Unfortunately,
as Swister now comes in.
Unfortunately, for an entertainment point of view, I don't think, unless we get a red flag or a safety, I'd love to see a red flag right now. That would put everything up in the air and crazy. I don't think we'll get a battle for the lead, but we might get a battle for the podium places as Laser has found himself in the fight with the Zodiac.
Yes, and Zodiac almost certainly going to have to pit again at some point, or really drag those mediums and hope for something.
Don't count them burning out. It's 2 lap fresher. Well, 2 or 3 laps fresher compared to 3rd and 4th. But Ernie could still find himself on the podium.
Yes, that
penalty's good.
The time penalty could. Yeah.
I've just noticed Laser was 6.
Yes. So the one man to watch will be again not necessarily for definitely not for the win, but I wouldn't necessarily come out for the podium. Will be Lorenz on those now fresh mediums. He'll be able to fly his way around the track, and we know he has that pace, so if he can keep it clean, and with some of the other, let's say, silliness that's been going on around the track, we maybe will see him get in the fight.
Laser gets to move on track,
all
fighting it.
And Zodiac
contact!
pushed him
Ernie
slightly off.
Bernie's got damage. He's got no right end plate, so he might have to box it. But that Laser just got a bad exit off of the Tamburello chicane, and then
yeah, we tried going up the inside of Zodiac, and then Zodiac sort of, you know, was not having any of it, and that opened the door for Ernie.
All these instances just keep helping Lawrence maybe get back into that fight for the podium. It'll be a hell of a recovery if he does it.
Ernie has indeed lost part of his front wing on the right hand side.
Yeah, I'll imagine he will box at the end of this lap. Ernie was in the fight for the podium, but this just helps the Zodiac, actually. Jork gets a penalty, and it's just going a bit wrong for him. Obviously, Sarah also gets a penalty. Obviously, Sarah's 31 seconds behind Andres. So that battle, although we got a little bit of it, is, you know, not lasting much longer.
Yeah, well, the one man who at the moment is driving a bit of clean air
Zodiac's
is
in the pits.
our championship leader.
He must have got damaged as well.
Zodiac has gone.
So later,
quite possibly, yes.
Up to third.
And I'll tell you, actually, one man we have almost forgotten about, and I've just seen him rejoin, is Ultra. He's now back in. He's on the back. His AI is on the back of Laser. He hasn't got the penalty, and maybe our podium will be set now if Ultra is back in and running at full speed.
His AI looks faster than Laser at the moment, and he's
back.
Yes,
his AI has been doing. Yeah, he is. Almost immediately tries to go for a move, and actually immediately does go for the move, round the inside of Laser, up the hill, and it's the Haas back up into P3.
He will have the inside of the Piratella, and that is a formality. I don't know why Laser tried to keep it around the outside. He was going to get left the door, and that is it. So, Ultra Gamer up into third. So, Haas do look like they're going to get some good points after all of this race. Kind of going against them.
Yeah. Yes, well, they are our constructors' leaders, and probably in terms of combined pace have deservedly deserved to be up at the top. They've been the fastest duo in the first 3 rounds, and again, they're the only two that have. Actually, the only two that have 2 cars in the top 9.
Yeah.
Skegsy's down in P10 for Red Bull. A few people going for soft tyres, going to try and make them go 10 laps.
They should
be
make
fast
it.
for now. They should make it. Those last few laps will be less than enjoyable.
I think Lawrence is going to be a source of entertainment for the last 9 or so laps of this race, as he's going to try and get his Haas towards the podium. He's 4 seconds off of Jork, who's found himself into the top 5 again, but I'm pretty sure he'll get a penalty for his optimistic lunge / forgetting to brake into turn 1. But apart from that, Jork's had a very good race, and he's kind of kept out of trouble.
Yes, apart from the one major incident, he's done what you should do. But the one man who will be hoping that the rest of this race is pretty straightforward is Rizzo. He has driven a perfect race so far, cruising out in front, 7.3 seconds to gap to Harsh in P2. I mean, this has been a... we've made the reference before on that, but it's been a very Verstappen-esque performance.
Sebastian Vettel in 2013, maybe?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, just
slightly more dominant.
Complete control. He has led pretty much every lap, barring the drive-through fiasco at the start of the race, with Lorenz and Ark's cars both jumping to start. Although whether that was them or the game, it's hard to say.
It's happened.
Yes, he's driven a perfect race.
So Lawrence 1.7 off of the back of Jork now, so he's gained so much time on that lap. So Lawrence looking to be finishing probably P4 here if he keeps it on the track within the white lines and not going for any stupid moves. So
oh yeah, I'd be certain of P4 now. I wouldn't particularly rule out P3 just because Ultra has got a mistake in him, and Lorenz is naturally faster than him and on the faster tyres, so he'll definitely get himself back up there, just where it's a big enough gap.
I feel like if Lawrence does get back up there, they'll just hold position, because Ultra's not going to get ahead of Harsh Cartoon, Lawrence isn't going to fall behind Laser if that happens. He'll be a lot faster, so I think they'll just hold out the position, try and get both the cars home, and Haas will hopefully have a podium and a P4 to celebrate.
Yes, there'll be huge points for them in the constructors, all but, opening the gap over. I'm not even sure who's second. I believe it is
Red Bull after this, surely.
Red Bull. Yes. No, it is Williams. Because of Swister's win last week, of course, and Smixter as well, getting some good points. Just consistent points for Williams so far, which other teams haven't done. Other teams have had a lot of DNFs.
Down straight, that was a formality. And draw.
As easy as you like.
Just don't
Past
do it
him
again,
even before the pit
That's
exit.
all we ask. Yeah. You're through.
So yeah, pick your battles there. You've done a smart thing there, just letting Lorenz go, knowing that you're not really going to be able to hold him back for too long.
So, not the most entertaining of races, it has to be said, but it's had the action.
No, you've done. Yes, there's been the usual chaos of Tier 2, but not so much on-track fighting, more just trying to work out what on earth is going on with penalties and
all yellow
drive-throughs, and
that is an
Uppity going slow, just letting the McLaren of Harsh through. Yeah, that's what it seems to be. Again, much like we said with Vlad, and that Uppity is very good at getting out of the way for people, and so was Vlad.
So if you're watching the stream, maybe the reason you're a minute and 9 seconds behind Andres is because of the number you got on your Halo. 13 is going to be unlucky in most countries, so maybe if you change the number, and you'll find an extra minute of pace, maybe. Just a hunch.
Speaking of Andres, he is coming to the pit lane. And now, but put on, you can see how much he's pitted this race. He's gone on to 8 lap old mediums.
Red Bull helmet for an Alfa Romeo car. But it's not the Verstappen Miami helmet, it's the Second.com one. You can tell it actually is dried up because I'm talking about driver's helmet.
Well, hopefully we'll be getting a bit of action shortly as Lorenz closed the gap to Laser, closed it by a second and a half in the last lap. And I imagine we'll be getting himself in DRS range before the next pit straight, especially with Laser going wide then, having a bit of a little wiggle.
Yeah, Ackerman and Raleigh claiming a few at the moment. That's where all the mistakes are happening. That and Peritella. That section, the infield, is catching quite a few people out today. So
it is part of the track where if you get it right, that's where you make all the time, but it's so easy to get it wrong. And in fact, I thought we weren't going to get a move this lap. We actually might be. Lorenz definitely attempts, DRS open, Laser will be smart not to fight this. Again, you've got a 6-second time penalty, you've got a fast guy behind you, lets him pass, and that is Haas, 3rd and 4th, and the gap only 5.8. We say they might hold position, but he is our championship leader.
It all depends.
You might think, you know what, it's early on, let's go for it.
Ultra Gamer will want to be on the podium. Lawrence will also want to be on the podium. But I think just not doing anything stupid is what Haas needs to do right now.
Yes, that would be the smart thing to do, but not the fun thing, Harry. You want the fun thing.
we do want the fun thing. So, in an ideal world, we want Rizzo to have a bit of a spin. Haas Cartoon goes straight into the back of him. Both Haas can't avoid. Laser goes and has his own spin off and doesn't George Russell in the safety car. George wins the race.
Oh, in fact, is that? Oh, who's that? Is that just? Oh, that's just Uppity. In fact, it's Uppity in AI mode, I believe it is. Yes, that's why. That's Uppity again.
I got scared. I jinxed too much in Tier 1.
In fact, we do have a yellow in the first sector. Is that? Oh no, that might have been. I'm just getting out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, good job, that Mark. You're doing well.
I jinxed too much in Tier 1. I can't do it again. I was wearing my AlphaTauri hoodie and my Gasly hat because AlphaTauri were like the underdogs of the season and all of that. And Gasly being Gasly. The guy who was in Gasly's car had an absolute shocker, but usually wins every single race. Both AlphaTauris DNF by lap 4. So,
Yeah,
nice.
curse. Donk, I see your
oh.
message in the chat. And Twister's gone round.
Safety car. Oh my god.
Yeah, that safety
I
car.
jinxed it.
Oh my god, that's the worst. We wanted chaos. We wanted chaos. You want chaos in tier 2, you will get chaos in tier 2. I tell you, the one man who is fuming right now will be Rizzo.
He's gonna
but
box,
he has
surely.
a gap.
He does
He's
box.
going to box, sure. Everyone here is going to box, surely.
I think Harsh Cartoon will risk this. I think try and stay out Harsh Cartoon.
Oh god, yeah, there's only a few laps left.
Yeah, he does.
Only a few
Harsh
laps, he's
Cartoon
not-
will take the lead of the race.
Harsh has stayed out, but Rizzo's gone onto the soft tyres, and it's going to be right behind him because Ultra is not close enough. This is going to be
Ultra boxes.
spicy.
Lawrence, I assume, will stay out.
Yes, because he
No, he
hasn't
doesn't, he
got a
boxes.
big enough gap.
Laser
He
will.
does it. Ultra has also boxed. Lorenz has boxed.
Laser
Is
stays out.
Is Laser going to stay out?
The
Yeah,
Zodiac.
he's going to be unfortunately
stays
done by the
out.
penalty.
Jork stays out. Ernie.
John Jork!
Jork up to 6. Andrews 5 seconds. Ignoring yellow flags. So the Zodiac's
This
put
is
him.
wide open.
The Zodiac right now is in a great position to take a podium. 7.5 on mediums. He's got Laser on really old cards ahead of him. He's got Harsh Cartoon on really old cards in the lead. It's worth the gamble for Harsh Cartoon.
Ultra might have been done here. He's pitted and he's put on 12 lap old mediums. Ultra's been done here.
Appetit.
Nothing fresh. He had no softs available.
So this will be in
Well-
next lap, probably.
Yes. Well, whilst we
When Sketchy's better, that's when it will be in.
Donk, I see your message in the chat. If Franz is still here in the chat, give him a message about joining. You know, we're always looking for new drivers. We are hoping to have a third tier set up soon. In fact, I believe it is ready to be going in the next week or so.
Let the
So we're
commentators
definitely
race.
for more drivers.
Let the commentators race. I need a lead.
So yes, if get in contact with Franz, you can see him in the chat from earlier today. In fact, I will drop him a message, just double check the chat about someone to join. But because, and actually, Ernie has pit now, which I think was more a case of he knew he had Lorenz behind him, so he'll pit now, get fresher tyres on, knowing he had the gap to Skeggsy behind, and he knows he doesn't have to fight Lorenz coming through.
He'll get the 1 lap extra. He'll get the benefit of 1 lap extra tyre, essentially. 1 lap younger tyre. That's
Yes.
how I was supposed to say it.
But he knows he's not in a fight with Lorenz realistically. So rather than cause chaos, he can get on those get another set of tyres on, maintain P8 over Skeggsy hopefully. And in fact, I want to get the penalties up, but the tyre difference is also so huge here. Let's have a quick look and see what people are on penalties wise. So Laser in P3 has 6 seconds, York has 3 seconds, Ernie 6, Skeggsy 3, Andre's 11, Uppity on 6. So in fact, Skeggsy, if you can just keep it close, will take P8 on debut, because he has 3 second advantage over Ernie.
I don't want to jinx anything, but I have a gut feeling that none of the top 2 will win.
I can very much see Rizzo. Rizzo's got to make the move.
I don't think any of the top 2 will win. It is in this lap.
York.
No, I think the Zodiac will go and win this. Safety car in this lap.
Well,
the Zodiac. It all depends of how Harsh Cartoon's going to be fighting for his life. Rizzo's going to try and attack for his life, and the Zodiac's just chilling in 4th with people on all the tyres all around him, so he'll just have better pace.
so we'll ride on board with Rizzo, who has been our race leader for this race. He's on the soft tyres. Harsh is going to lead us away on the hard tyres.
Hasn't
Harsh
gone
slows
yet.
right down, and then goes. Here we go. Brilliant launch from the McLaren, and Rizzo's going to chase after. It's going to be too far back, and we've already got fighting behind. As I said earlier, wasn't going to move on Lorenz. He has made the move, but now Lorenz back into P6. Ultra tumbling down to P9. chaos behind, absolute chaos behind on the pit straight.
The Zodiac's gone off of Jinxon again. Sure,
And Rizzo going to take the move. Rizzo throws up the inside, and Rizzo retakes the lead in the race. And is surely now going to storm away. And what's happened to Lorenz? Lorenz has dropped down to P8.
the Zodiac
There
will
was
get away with this.
pandemonium on the back straight.
The Zodiac will get away with making his mistake. Jork going through for 4th place though.
Goes right there well. Rizzo takes the lead.
Laser versus Hashbatoon into the Variante out and thinks about it. Laser kind of pushing him through, and he has a bit of a snapper. He has a big snapper actually, and Jork's going to try to seize this opportunity. And he's going to go for the 3rd place on track and into a revat, so he's going to try and hold the outside line. Jork up into 3rd place.
Fantastic move from the Aston Martin. Zodiac all over the back of this now, has recovered from his little mistake. He's going to make the move past Laser. Yes, he is. Zodiac up into P4.
Watch out for Laser. He's going to use the RS, and Laser has a bit of a dive in him. He thinks about it. There's contact, and Laser has gone round. And I could see that coming from halfway down that straight, unfortunately. Jork, as it stands, might hold on to 4th, but he's 3rd on track, and if he gets ahead of Hashbatoon, that could be incredible, but Rizzo looks like he's going to take a commanding win. It not made easier at the end, as Terra is just falling quite far behind, just letting everything happen in front of him. Jork will be happy no matter what today, I'm pretty sure. He'll probably get a penalty at the end of things. Skeksis off the track, fighting the Alfa Romeo of Ernie Burney. As Ernie Burney thinks about it to the inside there, that was just never going to work. As Skeksis has gone round, and that is at the exit of Aquamilla Raleigh, and that just all started for Ernie Burney making a lunge, who's also off the track. He's back on it now, forwards up into 6th place, but that in front.
Well, amongst all the chaos at the back, the one man who survived it all is Rizzo, who wins by 5 seconds, deservedly so. Rizzo claims his 2nd race win of the season, our first multiple time winner. Harsh will come home in P2, York will cross the line in P3, but Zodiac will claim the podium spot.
Jork will take 4.
Ultra in P5, and Lorenz goes up to P5 ahead of his teammate after penalties. Wow, well that was
what a
chaotic
drive
once
Jork.
again.
He's got up 10 places, most of anybody.
He's done a phenomenal drive from the Aston Martin. Claims P4, but he was a fantastic drive. There's only one man to look at, Rizzo in the Red Bull.
At the end of the day, goes to
Absolutely
Schweizer. He
dominant.
knew he needed entertainment, so he binned it. You know, doing what he can for the league, at whatever cost. The Zodiac gets driver of the day from the game, but I think Jork or Rizzo has to take it personally.
But yeah, but phenomenal drives from our podium sitters. Harsh and Rizzo were the class of the field throughout the race. Deservedly take P1 and P2. And then phenomenal battle between Zodiac and my brain's just forgotten.
The combination on the
podium?
podium, if you swap the AlphaTauri and the McLaren, it's the same combination as Brazil 2019.
Oh, well there we go.
There we go, we've got something. Where Verstappen won ahead of Gasly, ahead of Sainz after Hamilton got penalised. So,
well, there you have it. Rizzo claims a deserved race win. Led pretty much all the way. Comfortable performance. Calm and composed on safety car restart. And becomes our first multiple-time Grand Prix winner this season. Harsh takes P2. Zodiac completes the podium in P3. York with a phenomenal drive from P14 to P4 does take our driver of the day here, and he would have had P3 if it weren't for penalties. Lorenz recovers to P5, and Ultra into P6, Laser P7, Ernie another good drive in P8, Skegsy on debut takes P9, Andres in P10, and Upti in P11. So again, good points for those two despite being lapped. Your DNFs were Swister, Fleet Doctor, Quagger, Ark, and Louis was disqualified after being done over by VSC, safety cars, and drive-through penalties.
really poorly timed. It's not like he got done over by the game, it was just poorly timed.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, But that has been the chaos of Tier 2 so far, and you know, another race where it's hard to keep control of what's going on. But the one man who was stayed composed was, of course, our winner.
I'm in a Mercedes,
So well.
apparently. This one.
You can go racing, Harry.
Ah.
It's fine. Let the commentators race.
I'll do the 32 lap with short quali. Already up.
But yes, well, thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, no problem.
It was a pleasure to have you alongside. And congratulations one more time to our race winner. We'll be back next week. I actually don't know what our race is next week.
Oh, Spain, I think.
Is it Spain? We'll find out. My phone has decided to die, so I cannot check. But yes, we'll be back next week for another race where we get our first back-to-back winner. Will Rizzo become the first man to do that as well, being our first time multiple winner, or will Lorenz finally get the race win that his pace so clearly deserves? Thank you for joining me, and we will see you all next week.
Adios.